Intramuros is the old city of Manila. During the Spanish era, when you say Manila, it would only refer to Intramuros. Intramuros came from two Latin words. These are intra, that means inside, and muros, that means walls. So the literal meaning of Intramuros is within the walls or inside the walls. The Spaniards built the perimeter walls. They started building the perimeter walls around 1580s, and the purpose was to protect Manila from the attacks coming from the British, the Dutch, and the Chinese pirates. This part of Intramuros, this is what we call the Plaza. Plaza Moriones. It was the old marching grounds for the soldiers. Attached to the Fort Santiago, which was the main military camp. This thing, it's called Baluartillo. Is a sniper's platform. It's called Baluartillo, but a bigger Baluartillo is called Baluarte. So meaning, it would really be hard to attack Intramuros because every corner has a baluarte, every corner has snipers that would ambush the enemies. Fort Santiago is the old military camp. The term Fort Santiago, it came from the name of a saint. He is Saint James or Santiago in Spanish. In the gate, you would see the image of Saint James or Santiago at the top of the gate. The gate was built in 1714. However, it was destroyed during the Second World War when an American tank went through it. It was restored during 1980s. Two statues of soldiers are still original. So what we will be seeing here inside is the dungeons. Those are underground cells where Filipinos were tortured and killed by the Japanese. And we will also visit the prison cell of our national hero, Dr. Jose Rizal. Remember the Rizal part, right? Rizal, from here, he had to walk all the way to Luneta Park for his execution. And Luneta Park is a kilometer away from here. What we have here is a mass grave. It is a mass grave of 600 Filipino and American prisoners who died in the dungeons. They died due to suffocation and starvation. Who did this to them? It was the Japanese. These happened towards the end of the war. Some civilians were arrested, captured by the Japanese, and they were placed inside. They died of suffocation and starvation because they were there for almost a month. No food, no water to drink. The room is quite narrow, it's quite small, so not enough for hundreds of prisoners. It's called Lego Museum because all of the exhibits here are made up of Lego bricks. These are structures. The structures being represented by this Lego exhibit, they were structures that were once inside Intramuros. However, they were destroyed during the Second World War and got rebuilt, like this one. The Palacio del Gobernador was once the symbol of the Spanish power. The Spaniards brought Catholicism to the Filipinos, and they chose Intramuros as a center of religion. There were 7 Catholic churches inside Intramuros by 1900s. Unfortunately, most of those churches were destroyed during the war. They were burnt down by the Japanese. I will show you here the poem of Dr. Jose Rizal. Before he died, he wrote a poem that came to be known as the Mi Ultimo Adios, or My Last Farewell. Okay? We have several translations of the poem right there. We don't have Indonesian translation yet. Maybe Indonesian embassy can do one. This is Jerome for Business Lounge Journal.